Aloha, Percy Ihara here, publisher of Generations magazine. And I'm here with our wonderful partners, Vacations Hawaii. I'm at their beautiful offices on Kapolani Boulevard. Season 2 continues, and here's what's coming up.
There are over 200 volunteers who donate their time at Oahu Botanical Gardens, and we'll meet some kupuna who love their work. We'll also get help with Medicare, advice on estate planning, tips from a Times pharmacist, advice from Vacations Hawaii, and we'll drop into the Generations radio studio. It's all ahead on Generations TV.
Five 914 777 shoot Who's got the best deals in Vegas around? Who's got the shoot? Call 5914777 today. Vacations Hawaii. Vacations Hawaii. Vacations Hawaii. Good luck, we go play. 5914777 today. Good luck, we go play.
Welcome to Generations TV, Hawaii's resource for life.
There's a botanical gem in the heart of the island. It's Wahiawa Botanical Gardens, one of 5 botanical gardens on Oahu, where over 200 volunteers, many of them seniors, donate their time.
Kupuna is great to have in the garden because they learn from us, but then we also learn from them.
I've always been interested in plants. I love plants and gardening.
A lot of volunteers live in the area of the garden, so they walk over. They're always on time. They love to come to the garden. They love to be a part of their community, so it's great to have them around.
Well, every Wednesday, for me, it's a volunteer day, and we come to Wahiawa Botanical Gardens and we weed or we make tea leaf leis.
And they're very active in the garden. They want to stay active, and so we give them areas to take care of, or we'll have them get involved in something where they can be a part of and keep wanting to come back and then tell their grandkids or anything like that.
Good morning, welcome. Is this your first time here?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Well, I'm here once a week, every Thursdays, at the Info Center. So I greet visitors when they come in, have them sign in, and give them information and answer questions.
Level and come back up. Yeah.
Okay. So you could volunteering is a very rewarding thing to do that I've been finding you get more back than what you give out. Okay. Have fun.
It's really a nice thing to do because we're surrounded by all this gorgeous nature, and we're actually doing something that's useful and helpful. And an added bonus, we get exercised. I really believe in use it or lose it, and I want to use it and I don't want to lose it. So here I am and on all fours digging up plants and actually for a good cause.
They come from all over the world to this one place, Hawaii, in the middle of the Pacific, and they save their money and they dream to get here. So you want them to find it worthwhile and to enjoy the time that they have.
Wahiawa Botanical Gardens welcomes over 10,000 out-of-state visitors a year. But it's also the perfect place for seniors to walk for exercise in a safe and comfortable environment.
The Wahiawa Botanical Garden is the only garden in our garden system that is ADA accessible. It has a walking path where it's paved, easy to get around, and flat. And there's about a half acre where they can walk around and use walkers, wheelchairs, or anything like that.
And if it's available to you and convenient, I would prefer walking in the greenery rather than the mall. It's the calming nature of all the plants and trees and the beauty here. When I retired, I wanted to travel, which I did. I went to foreign countries and stuff. And I also like to just go out and go drive, go to my favorite hot dog spot. But at one point, I realized that I needed to think about what I was going to do with the rest of my life because I was 65 and I thought, God, I ought to do something helpful, useful. This is a really nice, safe activity that I think is very useful. It enriches your life, it enhances your life. I think one of the things that we want to do in our lives is to feel like we're useful. This really, really does. And it's useful, and you get so much back while we're doing something for the garden.
They share what they know, they share what they've seen with the visitors that come, because we get visitors from all over the world. And so they travel around a lot also, so then they also can share what they've seen in other parts of the world, see the plants in different parts of the world and how they grow. And so they're, like I said, a great community to learn from, but then also we're teaching them stuff that they take back to their house and do in their own gardens. So we're always looking for volunteers to come to the garden here at Wahiawa to make tea leaf lei. We make tea leaf lei for Memorial Day, and we can make tea leaf lei early, where then they put it in the freezer and they bring it out on Memorial Day. We make 7,000 tea leaf lei, so we do that every Wednesday from 9 to 12.
If you're interested in becoming a volunteer at Wahiawa Botanical Gardens, call 808-621-7321. If you're just interested in visiting or going on a group tour, the garden is located at 1396 California Avenue in Wahiawa. For information about volunteer opportunities at the other Oahu Botanical Gardens, just search on Oahu Botanical Gardens.
Each week, get in-depth information about topics for seniors on Generations Radio. Host Percy Ihara chats with experts to examine topics of interest and importance to you. Generations Radio airs every Saturday from 5 to 6 p.m. and Sundays from 3 to 4 p.m. on AM 960. And you can catch up on previous shows at generations808.com. Just click on Radio-TV. Be sure to visit our website, generations808.com, where we combine everything we do in one spot. Read current and past issues of Generations Magazine, watch past episodes of Generations TV, or listen to Generations Radio. Our calendar highlights activities of interest to seniors, and our resource guides provide valuable information. It's all online at generations808.com. Welcome back to Generations TV, Hawaii's resource for life. Brought to you by Vacations Hawaii.
Meet Stuart Wade, who at 104 years old is still active, working, and enjoying life. One thing, however, that Stuart leaves to the experts is his insurance needs. When Stuart and his wife have questions about Medicare, their supplemental insurance, or other insurance issues, they turn to Margaret Wong at Copeland Insurance Group.
We left it up to Margaret which plan to pick, and she decided which was best for us.
No one can argue that Medicare can be confusing, and it helps to have an expert like Margaret to help you choose the right plan.
I met Stuart and Cece Wade at the Honolulu Executive Association 2010. He's so amazing because he swims, he goes to business meetings, he still sells real estate throughout the year.
She really is a good person. She knows how to work, and she really knows how to communicate well and how to keep up with things. And she's a wonderful cook.
Stuart and Cece Wade was covered by his group health insurance and decided to go into Medicare in his late 90s. And what we did was that we offered him a Medicare supplement insurance plan where original Medicare pays the first 80% and his Medicare supplement pays all his deductible, all his 20%, he has no medical bills.
She saved us $1,000 each on our former carrier that we had, and she picks the plan that we should have.
We customize and demystify Medicare for our clients because there's so many different options. So what we try to do is we actually look up their doctors, and if they allow us to research their prescription drug plans, we customize it for them every year because all the plans change. And this is the type of service that we try to offer all of our clients, because anytime throughout the year, if they have any questions, they give us a call, because we want them to feel comfortable with the decisions that they've made. And if they have any questions, they just give us a call. And you can be healthy like Stuart and Cece.
If we have any things that we're concerned about, she's always more than willing to come out. In fact, I feel a little bad feeling that I'm taking advantage of her time, but she's very generous with her time.
We asked Stuart what his secret is to living a long, healthy life.
I think that by changing my attitude, I changed my life. I take everything with a positive view and don't let things bother me. Exercise, attitude are very important, both of them. And having fun is the outcome. Is not to take things too seriously and not to worry about things.
Copeland Insurance Group has over 45 agents across the Hawaiian Islands to help you keep from worrying so you can grow old with the peace of mind that Stuart has. If your native language isn't English, many Copeland agents are also bilingual.
I know what contributes to his longevity. First of all, he's very careful about what he eats and the amount that he eats. He's a very easy keeper. He doesn't complain about anything.
Margaret Wong and the Copeland Insurance Group also provide educational seminars on Medicare to help businesses with employees turning 65 or who are considering retirement understand what to expect when they transition into Medicare. The seminars are provided free, with experts to show you the way to make informed decisions about your health insurance. It was at one of these seminars where Margaret met Stuart and Cece. Contact Copeland if you're interested in setting up a seminar. If you're a senior or on disability, Copeland is one of the top insurance agencies in the country for Medicare Advantage plans, Medicare Supplement plans, and Medicare Part D prescription plans. But don't let all the choices make your head spin. Just call Copeland Insurance Group and talk to one of their friendly agents right here in Hawaii.
I was born in November 16th, 1914, and I feel much younger, much younger.
So no matter what your age, take it from Stuart Wade. There's nothing like the peace of mind you get when you work with the caring and compassionate experts at Copeland Insurance Group.
I feel like I was almost in the 40s, and I want to run and jump when I go swimming in the morning. Get to the office before most anybody else. My main goal was to make friends from people.
When you're going over your Medicare options, the different plans can be confusing. At Copeland, we'll be happy to help you select and customize the health plan that best fits your needs and budget based on your current providers and medications. We provide this service at no cost or obligation to you. And something you might not be aware of, you could be eligible for financial help to pay for your prescription drugs. If you have questions about Medicare, we have the answers. Call Copeland Insurance Group at 808-591-4877.
Kevin Kaneshiro from Vacations Hawaii with another travel tip. Vacations Hawaii charter flights are easy to find at the airport. Just look for Omni Air on the big blue signs, Terminal 2. If you get cold easily on the plane, avoid window seats, as the sides of the plane are generally the coldest areas. Bringing a light jacket or blanket is always a good option. For more information, call 591-4777 or boydvacationshawaii.com.
Generations Magazine is your resource for life, always full of articles about seniors that are not only interesting, but always helpful. And you can always pick up the latest copy in the pharmacy department at Times Supermarkets. Here's another pharmacy tip from Times.
If you're on a fixed budget, the cost of medications can become a real issue. If you can't afford to pay for your medications, or if you think a medication is too expensive, talk to your local Times pharmacist. We'll work with your doctor to find something that better fits your budget. More affordable options may include switching from a brand to a generic, changing to a cheaper alternative, or possibly a medication assistance program. Staying healthy includes taking your medications as prescribed, and at Times Pharmacy, we're here to help.
From Waipio to the Windward Side and everything in between, Times Supermarkets are your one-stop shop for pharmacy services as well as groceries, food to go, and much more. And remember to pick up the latest copy of Generations Magazine in the pharmacy department of any Times.
It's time for another Generations TV resource moment, shining the spotlight on people, organizations, businesses, and services that benefit Hawaii's kupuna.
We're with Dan Ihara of The Complete Solution. And Dan, The Complete Solution is kind of an umbrella company for a lot of different services. Tell us what you do.
Yeah, well, I started as a realtor, which we still are. We help people buy, sell, invest, and rent properties. We have a property management firm called the High Property Management. We have a company called Declutter Hawaii and Senior Move Managers, where we help people downsize, declutter, and move. We also have a staging company called Stage Hawaii to help them make their house look good. But also we've created Silver Spoons, which is our first nonprofit, to help older adults who cannot help themselves.
And what does that involve?
It involves helping older adults who are in a space where they just need help clearing it out, making it safe, providing grab rail bars, ramps, whatever it takes to enjoy life gracefully in their home.
Okay, and you've been a partner of Generations Magazine for quite a while.
Yes, sir. Yeah, from the beginning.
Okay. How do people get in touch with you?
You can call me at 256-7873, 256-7873, or email me at dani@iharateam.com.
Very good. Dan, thank you so much.
Thanks.
For details on next year's conference, go to generations808.com.
Welcome back to Generations TV, Hawaii's resource for life.
At the 2018 Hawaii Pacific Gerontological Society Conference, many of the presentations involve the important topics of estate planning, life planning, long-term care, and elder law.
My name is Stephen Yim. I'm an estate planning attorney in Honolulu, Hawaii. Biggest problem in Hawaii or across the nation with regard to estate planning is our misunderstanding of what it is we're doing. Statistically, what a study that studied 3,250 estate plans over a course of 10 years found was that while 30% of people make an estate plan, 70% failed. 3% of the failures happen due to tax mistakes or probate mistakes. 97% of the failures happen in the receiving of the assets by beneficiaries. Either they were too young to receive, or too immature and they misspent it, or they fought over it, or they lost it to creditors, predators, and ex-spouses. Our job is to help communicate our clients' wishes and intentions, and while if we peel away what they're really asking us for, it's not avoiding tax or probate in and of itself. That's a means to something. That's a means to having their children have a better life. Definition of a trust is building relationships. We can sure help pass on intentions through the course of the estate plan. That's our job, to speak clearly one's intention at a time they're not able to speak. For more information about estate planning and how we practice, you can always give us a call. Our telephone number is 524-0251.
We're all aware that we need to have a good, solid financial plan in place to provide for the later years. Sometimes doing that on your own isn't all that easy.
My name is Michael Yee, and I have a team practice called Naho O'Kelly Financial Advisory Team, and we help people plan retirement, long-term care, and legacy. One of the biggest problems is not sitting down and planning ahead. And I cannot emphasize that enough, that most of the time it originates with a turning of the health. Something happens. And what many of us don't do is think that at the same time we experience a health issue, it's the beginning of a financial and legal one as well. I think there's about 37,000 people receiving care now. And I think that there's, between nursing home, foster care home, and adult residential care, there's only about 12,000 beds. So the natural result of that is that there's much more people being cared for at home than there are in facilities. And the result of it is the demand for help at home, that families can't do all the care, is home care. So that home care and adult daycare, I think that's part of the future. You can get a hold of me at Ameriprise Financial Services. My office number is 808-952-1240, or you can look me up online, type in Michael Yee Ameriprise, and then you'll find my website and find out a little about me and our team.
I'm Lori Adamschick. I'm an elder law attorney from Rulon and Adamschick. We are a life care planning law firm based upon a growing model in law firms across the country. We're the only ones in Hawaii to date with this model. We have the services of a geriatric nurse in-house who we work side by side with. Again, problems with older adults often impact financial, health care, and legal all at the same time. So rather than have people seek out answers from financial planners and care coordinators and estate planning attorneys, we have a team approach that addresses all these problems in-house in a very broad, comprehensive, holistic way. So we are looking at what kind of care do they need, how is care going to be paid for based upon what resources they have and what resources they may be able to access with our help, and what kind of care coordination do they need. So our nurse steps in, looks at their quality of life. What can we do to improve their quality of life and connect them to great resources? You can reach us by phone, 393-6387 here in Honolulu. We have a website, lifecareplanning-hawaii.com.
When you're going over your Medicare options, the different plans can be confusing. At Copeland, we'll be happy to help you select and customize the health plan that best fits your needs and budget based on your current providers and medications. We provide the service at no cost or obligation to you. And something you might not be aware of, you could be eligible for financial help to pay for your prescription drugs. If you have questions about Medicare, we have the answers. Call Copeland Insurance Group at 808-591-4877.
Welcome back to Generations TV, Hawaii's resource for life.
Hi, Percy Ihara here with Generations Magazine. We're actually in the Salem Media Studios here. We just finished taping our Generations radio show with our guest and actually cover lady, Pat Bemis. And now you're going to see us on Generations TV. So, Pat, thank you so much for sharing your story in Generations Magazine. But, you know, as a current caregiver, a former neonatal nurse, and dealing with your husband for the last 30 years, give us some tips on how you've been able to deal as a caregiver.
I've been able to deal with it with a lot of support from support groups, as well as information from the Michael J. Fox Foundation, the Parkinson's Foundation, and going to talks about caregiving in general, as well as Parkinson's disease. So that's helped. And I have a core group of friends that really have held my hand through this process.
And you call them the Yaya girls?
It was after the Yaya sisterhood. And so, yeah, that's what we called ourselves. And now my grandkids call me Yaya. That's their name for me.
And you're also dealing with your mother, who's actually in an assisted living place on the mainland. How does that work out with being a far away kind of part-time caregiver?
It's challenging, but what I've established with my mom's nurse practitioner is she sends me an email after her visit, which I can forward to the rest of the family. When my brothers visit her, they do FaceTime, so I get to see what my mom looks like in person, which is really important to me as a nurse. I can make my assessment by taking a look at her whole body, and has she gained weight, has she lost weight, does she look happy, those types of things.
You know, as a caregiver for so many years, what kind of tips can you give our audience here on how to stay sane, if I can say that?
Find something that you enjoy to do and fit it in, even if it's for 1 minute.
And as Parkinson's being part of the dementia family of diseases, how is that you dealt with that specific disease?
For me, to deal specifically with that disease is to find my place in, am I a resource person? Am I purely doing care? Am I a spokesperson for it? There's a lot of options. I have to be aware of the amount of time that I spend away from my husband. And also realize that he needs time away from me. So there's, when you meet with other people, you realize that there are other options other than just all hands-on.
Well, I think you can write your own book. So Pat Bemis, thank you so much. Look for Pat at different ARP workshops and other workshops in the community about specific caregiving. So thank you very much, everybody.